What was your most embarrassing visit to the doctor? This happened my freshman year of college, so needless to say my diet wasn't great. My boyfriend and I were house sitting for a friend, and on the third night there I was awoken to terrible stabbing pain in my stomach. I tried to get to the bathroom but ended up collapsing on the floor in a near fetal position, barely able to breathe and sweating profusely. My boyfriend heard me fall and got up to see what was wrong. I couldn't speak, the pain was so horrible, and I was having a hard time breathing, so he painstakingly led me to our friend's car and drove me to the hospital. At this point, I was in so much pain from him not really knowing how to drive a stick and jerking and stalling along the way that he had to go in and ask for assistance. I was loaded onto a gurney and strapped in because the outstretched position nearly killed me with pain, and I started lashing out. After the doctor cut off my clothes and saw no outward injuries on my stomach, he began to compress my stomach, which nearly made me pass out. He thought my appendix must have burst or that I had a ruptured intestine. I was given morphine and finally got some relief. They rolled me down the hall and took some x-rays of my stomach. To get the x-rays back took a while, so while we were all awaiting the pics, I was given more morphine. Eventually, a big woman with a Texas accent entered the room and exclaimed, "You're full of shit." "What?" I asked, completely confused and holding my stomach. "I'm serious, I'm in a lot of pain." "Oh, no doubt," she said, and pulled out an x-ray of my stomach. "See all that white in your guts? You are literally full of shit." I have never seen someone so full of shit in my life. My boyfriend erupted in laughter, and the nurse was trying her best to hide her amusement as she had been tending me for hours and knew I was obviously in a lot of pain. I groaned, but I was a bit amused myself. It was pretty funny, after all. I asked the doctor what they were going to do about it, and she said they were going to do an enema and see how that went. I was given laxatives and a ton of water and told to wait 20 minutes. I could feel my stomach rumbling a bit at this point, and it hurt me a lot when it did. Eventually a nurse wheeled in what looked like a dominatrix sex rack, complete with ankle and wrist straps. My boyfriend again erupted into laughter, again. I was not amused this time. I was starting to get embarrassed, so before we began I asked that he leave. He pretty much begged me to let him stay, but I had none of it. After he left, the nurse wheeled in what looked to be some sort of futuristic pressure washer. I was pretty much right. She strapped my ankles and wrists to the rack in an upright position and proceeded to insert the tube into my ass. It was uncomfortable and cold, but I'm gay, so it was like, whatever. She then turned it on, and like the first mate on the Titanic, began to slowly increase power and pressure.